Welcome back. It's been a minute. Actually, having a look at the last video we did on the vlogs, it blew me away the amount of views we got, likes. Some might call it a smaller video in terms of putting it next to some of their videos in the Bricklink YouTube space, but for us, I think it was our most liked, most viewed video by quite a bit. So I actually went away and had to think about how we've constructed our channel, and what we're going to be doing is breaking our videos down into smaller videos, so then the content can be specific for what people are after. So basically we're going to kick things off with this first video in the financial sales type breakdown and measuring growth. So I think I did a segment on our last video, and I said in there where, you know, if you're wanting this type of content, like the video. You know, we got a lot of likes, a lot of views in comparison to other videos, so that's where we're sort of kicking things off, and we're going to be doing these every week. This is something easy for me to do. It's something easy for me to sort out on the computer. Did a little bit of tattooing with my spreadsheet. So I've put together the numbers for the last couple of weeks, and I'll be putting this video up first. A couple of other video segments we've got coming back is going to be the vlog, but we're just trying to fiddle with a couple of the bits and pieces that we do to make sure it's not so repetitive. After doing it for a couple of weeks again, it sort of to us felt very repetitive. We were sort of going through the same sort of stuff again, so we're trying to make that as exciting as possible so the viewer can gain knowledge, information, and also just watch our bits and pieces as well. So we are looking into that one, and another segment we're going to be doing is more on the investment side of things, looking into the part outs of some of the sets, in terms of keeping those sets and whether to part them out, and those types of things to help educate people, and also gain a little bit of knowledge ourselves around, you know, maybe more so what sets to use, part out, keep on, hold on to, you know, for a period of time, and then look to sell later. Those, of course, will all be my opinion, I guess, and not something people should probably take as gospel and go out and buy 20 million of these sets. But yeah, so that's something I'm looking forward to as well. And another thing, I've had a few people email me in relation to it was a thing I did at the start of the year with Ralph from Ralph's Bricks. It was awesome to have him on, an interview type thing, and it's something that I was very passionate about and something I wanted to definitely bring back. The only reason why I haven't brought that back is basically due to I want a good, decent camera quality, and I want good, decent sound, because the video and watching the playback, it's not as good as it could be, and it disappoints me, and I want to go and get those bits and pieces sorted, so then the next time I do one, it's actually really good. But I've had a few people that are interested in doing those sorts of things, so it's going to be cool to bring that back. But I've just got to get those two things sorted, and then we'll get into that. But anyway, carrying on, just thought I'd have a little bit of an intro, and we will jump into this week's stuff. So let's tick on over. All right, here we are again. Like I say, this is going to be a weekly thing. So we got last week's numbers down for our sales on both TradeMe and Bricklink. TradeMe can be probably comparative to eBay. It's a smaller scale of eBay. So we've got our two platforms here. So last week we didn't do too badly. We got, it's a breakdown of all the sales. I like to have a little bit breakdown to keep the numbers exact. But we got $1,181, which was, that's not too bad on Bricklink. We're finding that Bricklink's numbers, it used to be a flip side of what was actually happening with us. Was TradeMe would be our biggest seller, Bricklink would not be our biggest seller. But as we've grown on Bricklink and not so much on TradeMe, Bricklink has come right on top and jumped out and been the clear winner, which is pretty cool. we find that we've got less fees on Bricklink. Trade Me, I think, is about 7-8%. I think eBay's maybe 10. I'm not 100% sure, but those fees really can hinder the sales, the growth, the whatnot else, and go into factoring on that thing. I know that the foot traffic on Trade Me is a lot more for us in New Zealand here. I think there's about 8,500 users on Bricklink. I'm not sure about the numbers. That's not a it's not a exact number, but it was probably about 8,500 last time I checked. New users all the time. It could be even above 10,000 by now. So yeah, but it's not as big. It is a bit complicated. I do find that when we get customers through our Facebook, because we have an established Facebook page, that some people just don't know how to use Bricklink, and you help as best as you can, but it's really hard when you're not sitting in front of someone and just physically showing them how to use it. It can be a bit over the heads of some people, and that's okay. Maybe that's something that a video could be made, and then we could just link them a video and say, hey, this is probably an easy introduction sort of video on how to use it. But yeah, Bricklink is becoming a clear winner. We're getting consistent sales. It's continuing to rise, and we find that when we put in the stock, we usually get a good amount of sales out of that. So our parts sold last week, 6,600. That's quite a good, decent number for us. I mean, if we have a store size of about 150,000, you know, it's a decent percentage of that. So I think that's about 4%. So yeah, so that's, you know, just about 4%. So that's all right. Lots sold, again, pretty good. Individual sales 30, based on this week's 29. Again, it's that consistency that we're looking for. Average sale amount, we have a free shipping at $40, so this is to be expected, something near 40. This week, not so much. That's okay. This week was a bit quieter, as you can see the numbers and being comparative there, and that's okay too. We didn't find it to be too bad in the work side of things. Like sometimes I like to have the quieter week because we've got other things going on. And I also do other bits and pieces. Bricklink isn't the only thing that I am involved in at the moment. So it's cool to have a bit of a lead up of the work, and yeah, but we're getting in quite a bit of stock in the last few days. So I imagine maybe next week's numbers are a little bit higher, you know, bounce back a little bit more. But yeah, so that's all right. Average parts in a sale. So that's how many parts on average sell in each individual sale. That was quite high. I thought 220 was quite high for us. 134 is sort of more around the right side of things. And if you're looking for averages, average lots in a sale, yeah, I mean, it can be big ones and small orders. So it's, yeah. And here we are down at Trade Me. Now I thought that this week, last week, our number got blown out a little bit at $600. We sold a Minecraft set that we picked up in a used lot. So we bought a used lot. I think it was about $250 New Zealand. These are all in New Zealand, by the way, New Zealand currency, the numbers. So we picked up a New Zealand lot, and I think it was down in Poirua, maybe a few months back. And I eyeballed it. It was on Facebook Marketplace, and I eyeballed it, and I was like, that set, if that's new, it was a box, a Minecraft box, probably a set from about 2017. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head exactly what set it was, but on Bricklink the average price was going for about 300 and something as a new set. Now the box was a little bit damaged, but it surprised the hell out of me. If you go back to the vlog, I've shown a vlog of when we actually got it, so I'd have to pull that out of my head somewhere, but there's a vlog when we got it, and it was a pretty good score. We sat on it for a little bit, and I sold it for less than what the Bricklink value was for it, but I think I ended up selling it for about $230. We bought the whole lot, including that set, for $250, so we were quite happy with that. So yeah, so that's what a decent chunk of that sale there was made up of. As you can see, very similar numbers in individual sales, but there's a lot more than that, so that's why. Average sale amount, probably the same things happened here. It's been brought up quite a bit. You know, we get the odd minifigure or two here. We do have the same thing as we go a $40, anything over $40 is free shipping. So sort of mix and match. We used to get a lot more. We haven't lately been focusing so much on the Trade Me side of things. We have introduced a new way of what we sell, how we sell, and that is on Facebook. We have an online sort of market, if you will, one time a week. We've been doing it for, this is our second week coming now, where we put a whole lot of our new stuff straight up before they go into the shops, into the stores online, and basically for an hour, customers can log in and they can pick which ones they want, first in, first serve, and they get to sort of have a go at getting to stuff before it actually goes into the store. So that's quite exciting for us. We're sort of playing around with that idea at the moment. But yeah, so that there, I'd probably say a normal average week is somewhere in the middle of these two numbers. So you get the highs, the lows, and you carry on. But that's our weekly sales report. So that's this week. This week's numbers down here. So we flick over to another exciting thing that I've done. A lot of colours here. So we start off, I'll read across the top. Now, for those who haven't seen this before, I did this either the last video or last couple of videos, a breakdown of the growth. This is measuring growth, and it's doing it on a New Zealand scale, but also a global scale for the other fellow YouTubers that I have seen. There's probably a few others that I haven't seen. Feel free to drop a comment below if there's a few people that watch other YouTubers or interested in other stores and want their growth sort of measured on the scale too. Happy to include some more. Always space for improvement, but as things go here, currently we've got the top 10 in New Zealand store size, and you'll see that it stayed the same over the last couple of weeks. So this was last week's numbers. This is this week's numbers. And then it's their plus minus of how many pieces have they gone up or down by. This is based on obviously sales, based on potential stuff that they've put into the shop. Specifically here, we're measuring our own growth and comparing our own growth to other stores. We know our own picture and what that looks like and what goes into our picture, but we have no idea what other people's pictures look like and why they're going up or down. Specifically, I think it was HMS Bricks tried to go onto their page today, and their store was closed. So they might be doing a stock take, they might be away, there might be a justified reason as to why their store was closed, but those are the sorts of things that go into play in other stores. Only they will know what their own picture looks like. But yeah, so here we have the exact same order as last week. No one went up or down in the list. Caden seems to have jumped in quite a few pieces, and Shaggy's Bricks seems to have dropped the most. That may be because he sold, they sold quite a bit, I'm not sure. And then I've got the percentage increase and decreases there. If you'll flick over to here, I decided to add this part. This wasn't in the last segment, is the lots, because lots do matter. It's probably noted that the best way to grow a store is to have the most individual pieces. If you've got a wide spread of a lot of pieces, a good variety, then you'll find that people will be more in tune to buy from you, because they don't have to go to this store and this store and this store to get all of the pieces they need. They could probably just go to one store. So although in saying that too, you often find people, as you'll get down the lower of the list, with a super large amount of lots. And I believe, from understanding how their videos work on YouTube, what they've done is they don't reconcile their parts, which is another way of putting stuff into the store. They might find it faster, but what you'll find here is that sort of number of lots might not matter as much as maybe the top sort of segments, because perhaps these lots are reconciled and therefore their number's smaller, and it's going by individual drawers or locations as such. So yeah, our one here, 7,067. I like where we sit. We've got a few more lots than a couple of these other ones that are above us, which is cool. Still got room to move. We've definitely got the garage space for it. We've got quite a few drawers at the moment. still a complete side of the wall to fill. So yeah, we're making some good moves in terms of freeing up space, I reckon, to even run down the 10,000 lot mark. So we're looking good there. And as you'll see, for our own growth, we grew last week, which is cool. We're always wanting to remain in sort of the top five of the growth. And it looks like here, there's about five that have grown in the last week in size, and 4 that have had growth in the lot sizes. So that's cool. I like that. It means we're moving in the right direction, which is great. But yeah, again, can't speak to other people's sort of picture. Can only speak to mine. Moving down, we've got other fellow YouTubers. Now, Bricks on the Dollar, always incredibly high up there on my scale. They had some good growth too. As you can see, only 18 lots, they've gone down 0.001%, because they've got that many damn drawers, or that many damn locations and stuff, because they're so gigantic. It's really made such a little impact there. But yeah, they've grown, by the looks of it, by quite a bit in the last week. You know, that sort of growth is bigger than a lot of these. Brixar, another one. Brixar and Pop's Block Shop. Now, I've been following these two characters probably for a year or two now. It's been cool watching them come up. I think Pop's Block Shop was smaller, you know, and he's sort of raced up a bit faster. This here, we'll have to move on my scale up the next slot, up the next 2 slots. This here list here was in numerical order, so it looks like over the last sort of month, the last time I actually put one of these videos together, DNA Bricks has put in a lot of stock, which is cool. They're continuing to grow, obviously, which is really good to see. A lot of lots. Again, it's that huge lot number, which it's hard to put them on a comparative scale, or others for that matter, that do that sort of way about things. And it's hard to actually notice. This is a clear outlier, and that's how you can see that. But it's hard, like even looking at just a brick in the bucket. Pop's Block Shop is pretty up there. I mean, for me, Bricks on the Dollar should be quite high, because they have 3.4 million parts, which is incredibly nuts. But yeah, it's hard to put them on the same sort of scale in that sense, without digging too much into how they do things and actually talking to them. So that's cool. But yeah, so just everyone looks to be growing, or only a small amount of shrinkage, nothing over negative, nothing going below the 2% sort of decrease, which suggests that everyone's probably pretty much working in their stores and gaining that growth. Or, you know, probably the likely thing is some of these people have actually sold more than they put in last week, which happens. So that's cool. But yeah, that's the overall breakdown. So yeah, I'm going to be doing these every week. Helps sort of measure my own growth, and this is something I like doing, but this might be something that other people like looking at too, so that's cool. Yeah, just comment below whether you sort of have any thoughts or feelings in anything that you've seen here, or have any ideas on what further statistics you might like to see. That's always cool too. And if you like the video and you like this sort of content, give the video a like. And yeah, subscribe to the page, and we'll see more of the sort of stuff every week as they come out. But yeah, we'll aim to have more of this probably every Monday or Tuesday. Monday I get the new numbers together, and then I organise a time to sit down and do this, and it's not too much effort for me, so that's cool. But yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.